We have a saying, you're going to be in it to change it. And that is my word, in it to change it. Try and try, never stop trying. Because trying is what I did in my life, in my whole life. I keep trying because everybody think I'm a no good. And I keep trying until I become a too good. Great Britain was not great to its Commonwealth people because we were of different color. I came and I walked along the road for about 10 doors. Every one I knocked that didn't have a card on it to say no gypsies, no dogs, no Irish, and no colored. The lady opened the door, saw me, and she didn't say a word, she just slammed the door. I said to myself, I think that's the norm here. There was no rule about discrimination and what you shouldn't do. Therefore, they could do anything and get away with it. When I tried to buy my first house, there's a big crowd of white people standing out. And I thought they'd come to welcome me in their midst. No. You know what they did? They said they didn't want me there. I said, why did God make two color or three color people? Why didn't just make everybody black, everybody white, everybody pink? We wouldn't have had this trouble. I felt extremely degraded and thought, but what am I doing here? And I think I just got to put up with it until something comes along. We decided to fight anything that a black person was involved to help them out.
Whilst we can obtain white labour in this city, we intend to go on engaging white labour rather than coloured labour.
In our country ruled by Britain, we drive our buses, we drive aeroplanes, we drive helicopters, we drive trains. So why is it in England we can't do it?
Well, we don't want them on here, that's the main reason. There ain't going to be enough work for the whites, let alone the blacks.
They were not shifting. We said we got to take it to the other level. We are going to form ourselves into a group and stop the buses. We physically sit down in the road. At the time, Arthur Cargill was having the miners' strike up north, and we were having the strike down here. And at one stage they said Arthur Cargill, Roy Hackett, and Tony Benn is the three worst person in England. In 1965, Harold Wilson stood up in Parliament.
The battle against racialism here in Britain.
And he said, as from today, any person discriminate against another because of politics, religion, color, creed, or disability, you have committed a crime, punishable, 5 months in prison, or 5,000 or both. And I cried. I said, thank heavens for this. I said, we won. I never taught it in school that this happened here. And I said, why are they ashamed of what they've done to us? I talk to the primary schools. I always tell them that we had to do that to bring you up and never forget your roots. Trying is a great thing. And if you even fail one, try another time or trying to improve what you fail on, and try again. Really, because young people today, they are tomorrow's people. And we must try our best to make them be a good tomorrow's people.